What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Gullis Gaming channel. Something that, in all honesty, I never thought that I'd be saying ever again. But here we are, back once more, and this time it's going to be permanent. But Hayden, didn't you say that you were going to do content again, and all you did was come back with a video where you were wearing makeup? Right, okay, right, listen here, you. Not actually got anything to say to that. Don't worry about it, okay? We're back. And we're going to be making proper content once more on a regular basis. Not going to be every day. I'm not going to promise that. I'm just going to have fun with it and sort of see what happens. So we are back. We're doing the Veloce online lobbies. If you guys have subscribed to the Veloce channel, then you will know of this stuff anyway. If you haven't, then what on earth are you doing? Get over there. We do some great content. Online lobbies, there's overtakes of the week and stuff like that on there, and of course all the stuff where you can watch your favorite F1 content creators come together and make some pretty cool stuff. So I've been doing those for a while, and I just thought, why not do a commentary style video and showcase my whole entire race for you guys. So here we are for race number 1 of this session. At the moment I've got with myself Tom97. We will have Aeterno, Joe, joining us later on in the lobby, but because his computer and his internet is awful, it took him a while to get into the lobby. So it's myself and Tom versus pretty much all of our Veloce fan base. And we are in Abu Dhabi. I'm starting about near the end of the grid, sort of in the middle. So we're going to have to sort of wait and see how this goes. Usually, when you start near the back of the field, it doesn't tend to go well for you because you've got a lot of cars to get through. We are literally right at the back in 13th. But anyways, 5 red lights, and away we go for the first open lobby session. And it's a great start from myself, in all fairness. I go side by side with Tom97 down in towards turn 1, a little bit cautious. There's a McLaren Taz Racing going a little bit slow. Tom on the outside, down in towards turn 2. It's side by side. Tom, what are you doing? He just completely wipes me out there, down in towards turn 1. I think, in all honesty, he turned in a bit too much. Didn't really consider myself on the inside line, or maybe just didn't give me enough room, or it was just both of us. But I'm putting you to blame, Tom, for taking me out. But luckily, with these open lobbies, everybody is crashing all over the place. So it shouldn't be too long before we start to catch up to the guys ahead of us. There's yellow flags in front indeed. So it looks like there has been an incident in towards the end of the lap. And yes, there is. There's a Mercedes, the killer, who has unfortunately had a little bit of an incident going under the hotel section. We cut ahead now to lap 2, going through the very fast turn 3. We've got a McLaren all over the place, getting way out of shape there. Don't know whether he's had contact with somebody else or he's run a little bit too wide at the exit of turn 3, gone over those bumps and thrown his car straight into the wall. Nevertheless, we are now up into 11th place on the edge of the points. Yeah, but Hayden, you know, points is only P10 and above. There's only 13 people in this lobby, so obviously you're going to get points. Right, okay, stop calling me out for this rubbish, okay? We're going to get points. That's what's important, okay? We're going to get points. Looks like somebody else has spun up ahead of us. It's a Williams. It's Tom. Karma Tom, take that. He's had a spin with what looks like the Toro Rosso of Eingens. Sorry if I'm pronouncing any of these names wrong, but, you know, that's what you get for having really weird Steam and online names. Why can't you just have a normal name like Veloce Esports? Anyway, up into 9th position, we are hunting down the midfield pack. There's a lot of cars bunched up here, and it looks like the 2 leaders have sort of shot away. A couple of cars going side by side under the hotel section now as we're following this battle. Lots of contact going on there. Not content, contact. A lot of contact going through there. 2 cars spinning. We sort of pushed the Mercedes out of the way. Now we've moved up into 7th place. Look at that. After being taken out at the start, at turn 2, we are now on the back of 6th position in this race. And the top 3, so the 3rd place is not too far away from us, so we might even be able to challenge for the podium position. We're just going to have to wait to see how this race goes. Catching up to the Renault now, who brakes really, really early into this chicane. Have to slam onto the brakes, locking up the front left tyre, losing the back end massively there, but sort of getting a weird better line, I suppose, through that corner. However, it doesn't really work out for us as I'm terrible at this game, especially on getting on the power, and unfortunately lose out a little bit of time to him. But he's still not too far up the road. I definitely feel like I can catch up to McCracken, or McCracken, who is up in 6th position at the moment in that Renault. So let's see how the battle unfolds with this guy. I've got Tom97, he's behind me at the moment, so he seemed to have recovered not too badly from the collision that happened at this sort of area of the track. So Be interesting to see what exactly he can do in this race as well, whether he'll become a bit of a nuisance to us later on in the race. We know he is good at the game, and I know he's going to absolutely hate me. He's going to absolutely love me for saying that, so make sure that Tom never sees this video, because we can't gas him up too much, because it will only go to his head. Looks like a Toro Rosso has gone very wrong. It has gone seriously wrong into the hotel section. Not too sure how on earth he's managed that. But I don't really care, because that moves me up into 6th position. So 5th place is now definitely on the cards. Look at this, coming right on the back of this guy's gearbox through the final corner. We've got 2 laps left to go in this first race of the day. And looks like the Red Bull is not too far ahead either. So potentially, if we can get past this guy really, really quickly, we could possibly be able to go on the attack of the Red Bull driver. Here we go. Following behind McCracken, he's in 5th place. There's a yellow flag, but that's behind us. Tom's still holding on 7th place. He's not really caught up to myself too much, but he has got a gap behind him. So we need to make sure that we get past him as soon as possible. A little bit of contact with McCracken. And, you know, to be fair, he was going a little bit too slowly for my liking into the hairpin, but we don't overtake him straight away. We let him sort of hold on to that position, and then we go for the overtake. Hey, there we go. Joe finally joins us. His internet decides to start working. And there we go, moving up into P5 now, chasing down Ross Souls in 4th. He's in the Red Bull. It's not too far up the road, and we have got enough time to maybe go on the attack of Ross Souls. We're just going to have to wait and see how this pans out as we come down in towards the very squiggly triple chicane section. And there we go, job done. McCracken not able to get in our slipstream or go for the overtake, and we are going to get 5th position at the moment in this race, unless we bottle it. And we all know, if we've seen any of these videos before, I tend to mess up. But here we are on lap 5. We've got Ryan joining the session as well. So quite some big names in today's session as we're going to come through the final couple of corners. What a way to start the Veloce Open Lobbies. Crossing the line in P5. For me, that is a victory, okay? If you guys know my racing, you know that 5th position for me is a victory. Not only are we in the points, we're in P5 after being wiped out by Tom 97 at the start of the race. We managed to have a great recovery drive and put ourselves up into P5. So not too bad racing for myself, you know, keeping it clean fairly. We had a little bit of a few issues, but we kept it fairly clean on the track. Had a few races, had a few good battles with a few guys, so not too bad from myself. However, the next race isn't really going to go the same way. We're doing Monaco, and we're going to do it with no rules at all. So from the sounds of that, you can tell that things are only going to go badly. And you'd be right, in all honesty. You would be right to think that, because that's exactly how things are going to go. I mean, good luck to myself and good luck to all of you guys for trying to keep up with whatever is going on. And honestly, good luck to Callum, the editor who does the Veloce videos, because I do not know how he is going to keep up with all the different bits of footage and all the different commentaries as well from us guys. So we'll have to wait and see how he does on that one. But looking at the final race results when we get to it, it was Dan who won today's won the first race of the day, with Marco coming in 2nd. Ico finished in 3rd, with Russells in 4th. That's myself in 5th. No penalties for myself, whereas some people getting penalties, so I'll take that. McCracken, he was in 6th, with Tom 97 in 7th. Then the real ZZ9 in 8th, with the Killer in 9th, and Taz Racing rounding up the top 10. Right, let's do it then. Let's get into Monaco. Here we go then. Monaco, we've got no rules. We are in the multiplayer cars. Everybody's in the same car. We're all in the multiplayer car, and we are on the grid for Monaco. No rules. It's a full lobby. This is only going to end one way, and I thoroughly cannot wait to watch this back, because this was an absolute nightmare of a race. We're just waiting for Tom 97 to hurry up and join the race. Come on, Tom. Come on, just watching that circle go round. There we go. Tom 97. He's in the lobby, and the lights are coming on. We go to 4, 5, red light. Joe jumps the start. I completely forgot that you can actually jump the start with the no rules. I was like, Joe, what are you doing? I was like, oh yeah, it's no rules. And as we go down towards turn 1, we completely cut the first corner. Nobody yet realizes that no rules are on. Tom97 as well, for some reason, even though he knew that no rules was on, he was taking the normal lines. We go right round the outside, wall riding. Look at all the overtakes that we are getting through there. Moving up into 3rd position, losing out on P3 there from Ico. And then Tom decides to put us straight into the wall at Mirabeau. So if taking me out in the first race wasn't enough for him, he decided let's do it again. We thought we got away cleanly there, but for some reason somebody had a bit of a knock, and this is just where the chaos starts. Just banging all over the place. It's like bumper cars out here as we now go 3 wide into the hairpin. Never ever did I think that could ever happen. Going 3 wide into the Lowe's hairpin. Yet somehow we managed to pull it off. We kind of got the overtake, then we lost it, and now we're into P10, but we're getting overtaken by everybody. Just getting hit by literally everybody behind us. We can't get any space at the moment. Joe is running away with the race at the moment as people still don't know whether you can cut corners and break the rules. Just go for it, guys. Just cut the corners. What are you doing? And there's just been an almighty pile up behind us. We go in towards the back. I didn't really cut that one well, or wall ride well enough through there, and a little bit of contact between the lot of us. And then this guy just won't get out of the way. Ghosting is on, so I don't know why his car. Then he gets absolutely demolished from somebody else. These two are pushing each other. Again, now Tom joins the party. It is absolute chaos going on at the moment in this race. We're following now on P17. We're in P18. We've got Tom behind us in 19. We are right down the back of the field. And what we thought we were going to have the advantage of knowing that no rules was on, it's not really worked out for myself and Tom, unfortunately, as we get a nice little cheeky overtake on White Storm SK. Lots of collisions, cars all over the place. 2 more positions gains. We now go right round the outside of Stark, and also looking to catch up to Deadly Kitten, the most fearsome name in the land of PC racing, as we completely cock up there down in towards Mirabeau. But luckily, we get smashed in, and then we put our front nose in the way so we get turned the right way, and then all of a sudden we've got cars pushing us around. So we now go around the outside of the Lowe's hairpin. It nearly actually works on White Storm SK as we go wheel bang with this guy up the inside now in towards Porsche. He then gives it back to me. In all fairness, you know, I'll allow that because we were pushing him all over the place as Ryan goes and sets the fast lap on the race so far. Now down in towards the chicane. Tom braked for some reason. I don't know what he's doing. He knows that... Oh, look at that! Massive pile up down towards the back as we've been spun round, and there's a car flying in the air. What is going on in this lobby? As I have been held by a Deadly Kitten, which is now attacking me. Deadly Kitten, get off. Get off. What are you doing? Leave me alone. There is a Deadly Kitten attacking me, and I never thought I would say those words on my return to YouTube. And there we go, finally getting the car out of underneath a Deadly Kitten and trying to face it the right way. We finally get through, then we get a little bit of contact with somebody else, and now it looks like we might have a bit of free running, but we have lost out so much ground as we wall ride around Raskas there, gaining us a little bit of time. McCracken has left the session. He's had enough of this bit of a ridiculous Monaco Grand Prix. He's way down 17th. He's just had enough there. Tom97 finally deciding, do you know what? I'm going to actually cut some corners and get some positions because we are way down in 15th and 16th. So we need to move up a few positions and start to put on an attack now with 2 laps or 3 laps left to go in this race to maybe at least try and get a point. If we can do that. Of course, other cars are going to be crashing into each other, but it looks like it's very spread out here at Monaco. Tom wall riding in towards the Lowe's hairpin, just gaining as much time as we possibly can. I kind of didn't really do it properly, and for that reason I'm facing the wrong way, but I get helped out by whoever that guy was, so thank you very much. Not really too sure. I think it's actually the leaders. I think I'm actually getting lapped, and yeah, there we go. There's Ico. So I have been lapped in what I thought I was going to get the advantage of putting no rules on cutting corners, and yeah, I've been lapped right down at the back of the field. Now at this stage, Joe, I believe, was in 2nd or 3rd, so he was like, Hayden, you need to help me out, I want to get the race win. So my main goal wasn't about trying to, you know, get the race win or anything like that. It was about trying to take out Ico and try and stop him and allow the Veloce boys to get a race victory. But I put him into the wall. Very cheeky and very smart from Iko. He decided to reset the game and puts him right on the end of the corner. Now Joe overtakes me. I let him through. Going to be nice to him. Not going to take him out. Ryan and Iko are just ahead of Joe at the moment. So he's currently in P3. Now I decide I'm going to be his water boy. I'm going to be in American football that guy who guards him, takes him out, and makes sure that the guy running with the ball does not get taken down. That is great American football terminology, Hayden. You know exactly what you're talking about, and you should talk about American football for the rest of your life. So yeah, Joe's currently in P3. I am defending him very nicely at the moment. Anybody who tries to catch up to Joe will just, you shall not pass. That's all I have to say to them. You shall not pass. So Joe currently in third. He's not really making up too much ground on the leaders, but hopefully with all the corner cutting, he does better than those guys. We'll have to wait and see. Come on, Joe, you can do it. We believe in you. You've got this final lap to go. They're just a bit ahead of you, going round to back. Look at that. Ryan's been taken out. He's stopped me in my ways of trying to help Joe, but Joe's through. That's all that matters. Ryan's put me on my side, but we've got away once more. It looks like Joe might come home with P2 unless the leader was also taken out in that little battle. We're going to have to wait and see. Has Joe done it? No, unfortunately, Iko does get the race win, but Joe, in his first race in tonight's lobby, gets P2. So well done, Tim. I come home in, yeah, very disappointing 16th position, but don't worry about that. It was good fun, an absolute chaotic race here in Monaco. But thank you very much for watching what has been this first video back. I do hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you want to see more of these sort of style content with the open lobbies, if you want to see the commentary, or if you have any suggestions on what to do with the open lobbies, because I certainly want to show my point of view. But yeah, I'm not going to show all the voice chat between myself, Tom, and Joe, because we're going to save that for the Veloce channel. It was great fun. So if you haven't seen that video already, definitely go check it out. There will be a link in the description to the Veloce channel, and both to Joe and Tom as well. But if you guys have enjoyed it, don't forget to smash a like on this video and also subscribe to the channel. We will be doing content at least weekly. Not really too sure what the schedule is going to be like, but you're just going to have to wait and see. But until the next time, it's goodbye from me.